So this is our last example. We're taking it yet one step further, and this is where you have to identify the angles yourself by working around 0, 90, 180 and 360. Now, a tip from my side would be, if you can avoid working around 90, do it. If you can't, no problem, you know how to do it. So if your first choice would be to work around 0, 180, 360. And the angles that you need to identify now is your special angles. So we are referring to 30, 45, and 60 and 90, but we are going to look for these angles if possible. So let's start off. So tan 150, let's see, working around 180 or 90, can we get to one of these special angles? Let's see, 150 is 180 minus 30, so there we go. You could have worked around 90 as well, 90 plus 60, but again, it's shorter and much less complicated if you work around 180. So let's write down our expression. You have to show your steps. So this is tan 180 minus 30. Are they equal? Yes, 150 is equal to 180 minus 30. Now, sine 170, it's clearly not possible to work towards a special angle, so we're just going to go for an acute angle. Okay, so 180 minus 10 is equal to 170. Okay, sine 300, which one is closest, 360 or 180? Well, 360 is, so this will become sine 360 minus 60. Remember, the full bracket has to be equal to 300. So don't fall into the trap of subtracting the 300 there. It's 360 minus 60. Okay. Now the denominator, cos 440. And now we know it's bigger than 360. So that's my very first thing I would do, is say 440 minus 360. We get to an angle of 80. So I will express it in terms of that. 360 plus 80. Are they equal? Yes. Sine 135. Again, you can work around 90 and 180. They equal amount of degrees away is 45 degrees. But if you can work around 180, rather use 180. So this is 180 minus 45 is equal to 135. Cos 225, 225 is the closest is 180. So we are going to use that, and this is 180 plus 45. Okay, now we've set ourselves up for success. Okay, now we're just applying our cast diagram, and if you look at your cast diagram, hopefully you've already drawn it on a page somewhere that you can refer back to it. So for, well, let me just move ours back into the screen. Tan 180 minus is negative tan 30. Put it in a bracket, there's a negative sign. Okay. Sine 180 minus is positive, so this is just sine 10. I'm just moving our cast diagram down a little bit so we can have space. Okay, sine 360 minus, it's negative sine 60. Cos 360 plus, it remains the exact same, it's positive, it becomes 80. Sine 180 minus is positive, so this is just sine 45, and cos 180 plus is negative, so it is minus cos 45. So we've simplified this tremendously now, and we're almost in a position where you can just use your special angles. But first of all, you see there's a sine 10 and a cos 80. We can still change this one or that one by using the reduction formula around 90. So see, as I told you in the beginning, if you have to work around 90, do it. But if you don't have to, don't do it. But in this case, we have to. So that's the next step. But, well, yeah, I'll indicate that when we get to it. So tan 30, by using your special angles, just as a reminder, here's your special angles. There we go. So tan 30 is 1 over square root t, square root of 3, so it's minus 1 over square root of 3. And then let me just add some more space over here. So minus 1 over square root of 3. Sine 10 we're going to leave as sine 10. Sine 60 is square root of 3 over 2, and it's a negative because of the negative over there. Now the cos 80. Cos 80 is equal to cos 90 minus 10. And that will change into sine 10 when we use the reduction formula. Sine 45 is 1 over square root of 2. And negative cos 45 is minus 1 over square root of 2. Okay, let's continue with this one. So, you can immediately see that the square root of 3 and the square root of 3 will cancel out. The negative and the negative will become a positive, so we will be left with a 1 over 2 times sine 10. Now I've applied our reduction formula around 90, and this became sine 10. We've simplified this by saying 1 times 1 is 1, plus and the negative is negative. Square root of 2 times square root of 2 is 2. And here we can see that the sine 10 and the sine 10 cancel out. The half and the half cancels out, but we still have a negative there, so our final answer is negative 1. I hope this helps you to understand the way of thinking and the incorporation of special angles with reduction formula.